So first of all, when I say the unreal and distorted relationship of our culture to marriage, I can be brief, but I also want to be real specific. Here are 3 statistics, facts, that the divorce rate today is about 50%. About 50% of marriages end in divorce. In 1960, and that didn't seem like a very long time to me, but anyway, in 1960, it was the divorce rate was half that. Here's a second one, which I think is extremely important. In 1960, 75% of all U.S. adults were married. Today, it's less than 50%, which is a huge change. And then thirdly, as many of you know, in 1960, the percentage of people who cohabited, men and women living together apart from marriage, without being married, that percentage was negligible. It wasn't really on the map. Today, 1/4 of all unmarried women ages 25 to 40 are living with a partner, living with a man. And over half of all women in their 20s, 30s, and 40s will at one time cohabit. And those statistics are striking. The change is really big in the culture. The statistics also show a set of assumptions that are pretty pervasive out there. A set of assumptions. And here's what some of the assumptions are. One is that one of them is that most marriages are unhappy. And you can sort of see why people would think that. They say, well, now wait a minute, if 50% of all marriages end in divorce anyway, surely a certain percentage of the others that survive aren't happy, and therefore most marriages are unhappy. A second assumption is that living together before you get married is a great way to figure out whether it's the right person, especially if you've got the right sexual and romantic chemistry, which is understood as the key to other things. That if you have the right sexual and romantic chemistry, that's what you have to find, and living together helps you understand whether that's there, and especially if it's there in a kind of enduring way. Another assumption is that the key to satisfying marriage is finding that perfectly compatible soulmate. And that is defined, and you can see it actually. Kathy and I noticed, for example, on eHarmony, there was an ad this way. The perfectly compatible soulmate that people out there are looking for is someone who won't change me, somebody who accepts me just as I am, somebody who will affirm me, not change me, release me to be myself, and not shackle me. Now, these assumptions show a real fear of marriage, a real negative attitude toward marriage, a real insecurity about marriage.